latest in the world of sports. I'm Diego Dario.
We bring you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Bea Diaz-Fabros. In tonight's Game Plan, former Gilas Larry Fonacher joins us to break down the current pool's potential for the 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifiers.
We'll also go inside the game of Nakhon Ratchasima Volleyball Club's Filipina imports Dindin Santiago-Manabat and Mylene Paat. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. All rise to the Pinoy basketball nation as we are less than a week away from seeing our very own Gilas Pilipinas back on the court. Let's take a look at the 21-man pool members of the TNT Tropang Giga led by national team veteran Jason Castro. Headline the squad with youngsters 30 Ravenna, Dwight Ramos, and Squame and Northport's Robert Bolick. As the excitement grows for our national team, let's break down the potential of our Gilas pool with former Gilas member Larry Fonacher. Hi, Kuya Larry. Welcome to the game.
Hi Larry, good evening.
Hi Diego, hi Bea, good evening. Thanks for having me here again.
Alright, before we go to the individual players, Larry, let's talk about the dribble drive offense of Coach Chot Reyes. I'm for sure that's what they're gonna do here in the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. And you've had the experience playing under Coach Chot in TNT and also in Gilas when you made history back in 2013 and 2014. Can you talk about quickly, briefly for our fans, what is the dribble drive offense? Because I'm really curious. We're all hoopers here anyway, right?
Yeah, the dribble drive offense is, one of the funnest offenses to play on. It's basically an offense designed to maximize space and where your team basically plays at a high pace with force and speed. No? So when Coach Chot brought this to our team, parang he was the first to do this in the PBA, and it was kind of like a shock to the whole league. It was very difficult to stop, Plus he had very good pieces with Jason, Jimmy, Kelly, and Ranidel, and all my other teammates there. So it's like a perfect storm that what he brought in the PBA and also in Gilas. So it's really a great system to play under, and it's you see that it's very explosive. It's so hard to stop when the guards can slash and when those three-point shots are falling.
That's right. And initially with all the newcomers coming into this Gilas pool team, do you think that with the short amount of time that they have to prepare, they will be able to get equipped with this dribble drive offense of Coach Chot Reyes easily, Larry?
Bea, like I said kanina, it's such a fun offense to play with that even the new guys who are gonna do it for the first time are just gonna want to play on the system and really learn it. And it's so easy to learn. It's so easy to get into the flow and in a rhythm with it that the fit is so easy for anyone that Coach Chot puts in there.
All right, we talked about the system. Now let's move on to the individual players. To start it off, let's go for Jason Castro, your former teammate. You've had a lot of experience playing with him as well. What do you think is going to be the role here for Jason? Back in 2014, I could say that was his prime. Now, medyo he can be the mentor, the veteran here for this team.
Well, Diego, obviously Jason's gotten older. His minutes have gone down. But for you to say that mentor na lang siya and has a veteran presence, I don't think so. I think he can still really win games and close out really strong for teams. Siguro his minutes have gone down and maybe his scoring average have gone down. But still, you see when Jason is on the floor, he's so dangerous pa rin, for any team, and his impact is still there. And I think the shortened minutes of the FIBA game will actually be good for him because now he's being used with strategic minutes na, unlike before that you could really use him for like 40 to 44 minutes per game. The way he's used right now, it's really strategic, but he's still really deadly when he gets into the floor.
Well, we're definitely excited for Jason Castro and his return to Gilas, but let's go on to the next player, and this is the lone PBA player outside of Talking Text who is part of the 21-man Gilas pool. This is Robert Bolick. How do you think he will thrive and adjust to this dribble drive offense of Coach Chot Reyes? Do you think it's a perfect fit?
I think he is. He's built for it. I mean, he has the ball all the time, and we've seen it in Northport that he really makes great decisions on that pick and roll. He's got unlimited range, and he's just really gutsy. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about any opponent, about his confidence. He's always there. So I think he's going to be a great addition to the pool. No?
And he's in great shape. You know, he's doing double work with Northport and also training for Gilas. But let's move on to the big man. You know, we talked about the guards. Now let's talk about our naturalized player who embraced the Filipino culture already. Let's talk about Ange Kwame, Kuya Larry.
Oh yeah, we've definitely embraced him too. Now, Ange Kwame, he's proven that he's a really solid naturalized player for us. I remember how he gave such a difficult time to Ricardo Ratliff when they played Korea here, and I feel like he even outplayed Ratliff during those games. No? So Ange Kwame, and here as we see here na he's expanded his range also with that 3-point. He's really deadly, and he's really such a vital anchor and player for Gilas.
Now let's move on, Larry, to one of the three players who are returning from their stint in Japan. Let's start off with Dwight Ramos. Now, he introduced himself to the Philippines in his debut performance with Gilas last year. How excited are you to have him back with his international experience in Japan coming to play for Gilas once again?
I'm very excited. I mean, he's so ready for the pros, and he's just showing that everywhere he goes, whatever the competition is, he's not playing like a man among the boys. No? So he's really a good addition for Coach Chot here in the pool. No? We know his potential. He can do everything. He's athletic. He's strong for the wing position. No? So really a strong addition for him, and it's just good for Gilas.
I totally agree with you, Kuya Larry. But let's move on to 3D Ravenna. You're also a Ateneo Blue Eagle, and he's developed through the years. Now he has that range as well. What do you think his role is going to be here for the Gilas Pilipinas?
Oh, I think 30 can be like the main wing for Coach Chot. I mean, his shooting has improved also, and I just messaged Kiefer kanina, and for 30 na we were talking about his potential in the B League na there aren't a lot of really strong and athletic wings in Japan in the build of 30, so yeah. The fact that he's getting so many minutes there also just such an encouraging sign that he can really be a mainstay there in the B League, and obviously all that experience once he improves his international game is just really a really good addition, a welcome addition for the experience of Gilas.
Well, last but not the least, Larry, we have the youngest player in this 21-man Gilas pool, Juan Gomez Del Llano. Now, he can really be that spark plug off the bench after Robert Bolick, after Jason Castro. Do you think that this will be his role come the FIBA World Cup qualifiers?
Yeah, obviously Juan, very explosive, off the bench or starting. I think he will really thrive in Coach Chot's system. It's really friendly for shooters and slashers like him. Hopefully, he can recover from his. He did. I don't think he really played that much in Japan, but hopefully, Coach Chot gives him a chance here to really show what he can do in Gilas. No? So yeah, perfect addition also for the team.
Well, all I can say is UP fight because Bea and I are from UP, but let's see. We're rooting for Juan Gomez Del Llano to really perform here for Gilas. But what are your expectations here for the Gilas Pilipinas as a whole? Kuya Larry, just a quick one.
Oh, I expect them to come down, really putting up a great fight here. No? I mean, I like their lineup. Kwame is there to really hold the fort defensively and even offensively. Plus, yung dribble that the Coach Chot, it's always been successful internationally. And I'm excited to see it again implemented here sa Gilas. No? And grabe, kompleto yung pieces niya. So, let's enjoy and we'll look forward to for them performing in a few days.
Well, thanks so much, Kuya Larry, for your analysis on the Gilas Pilipinas and sharing your experience with Coach Chot as well.
Yes, thank you so much, Larry. Now, don't miss the Gilas Pilipinas action starting on February 24 against Korea. You can catch the games on One Sports and One Sports Plus. Or why not catch it live? Tickets are now available via ticketnet.com.ph or call 8911-5555. Lower box tickets are at 500 pesos while upper box tickets cost 200 pesos. Laban, Pilipinas. Now, after the break, we'll go inside the game of Nakhon Ratchasima Volleyball Club's Filipino imports Dindin, Santiago-Manabat, and Mylene, Paat. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game. Welcome back to The Game. Dindin, Santiago-Manabat, and Mylene, Paat are proving they have what it takes to be international volleyball players. They are currently playing as imports for Nakhon Ratchasima VC in the Volleyball Thailand League. As the club looks ahead to capping off their regular season against the undefeated top-seeded team, our correspondent Ai Tinsay catches up with Dindin, Santiago-Manabat, and Mylene, Paat in this edition of Inside the Game.
Joining us on Inside the Game are our legendary Cherry Tigo crossovers Mylene, Paat, and Dindin, Santiago-Manabat, who are currently playing for the Volleyball Thailand League. Kamusta kayo, girls? Kamusta kayo dyan sa Thailand?
Okay naman kami dito. Mukha naman kami masaya. Mukha naman kami masaya. Ayos pa naman kami. Huminga pa naman. Nakaya pa yung league.
Kamusta naman yung paglalaro? And alam mo yun, pag-bring ng Filipino pride sa Nakhon Ratchasima?
Sa ngayon, okay pa naman kami. Medyo kailangan lang namin alagaan ang sarili namin kasi nga, di ba, may mga bagong virus na na dumarating. So, kailangan namin maging healthy para makapag-perform kami sa mga trainings namin and also sa games namin. And yun nga, everyday training, tapos pagbalik, may pinaghahandaan din na panibagong liga. So, syempre, kailangan lang din naman talaga namin maging healthy, alagaan yung mga sarili namin, and syempre, disiplina.
May mga bago pa bang challenge at bagong lessons na natututunan?
Sa akin, madami pa akong natututunan. Like, di ba sa Pilipinas, opposite open din ako ginagamit. So dito, ganun din. Pero more on fast set kasi sila. So kailangan ko talagang mas bumilis. Tsaka syempre sa depensa, kung paano bumasa. And syempre hindi ako nagre-receive sa Pilipinas. Dito hindi rin ako pinagre-receive. Pero willing ako matuto pa. And yun, madami pa ako natututunan dito. Dahil din sa mga kasama ko. And syempre, Thailand pa rin. So medyo kahit paano talagang advance pa rin sila.
Sa akin naman, everyday, parang madami din ako natututunan. Like kay Dindin, sabi niya na open, opposite yung nilalaro niya. Same din sa akin. Ganon din yung ginagawa sa akin dito. Pero ang pinaka mas natututunan ko dito is yung pag-atake sa back-attack. So, yun yung previously na hindi ko nagagawa sa Pilipinas. And ngayon, medyo pinapamaster sa akin yun. Tapos, yung pag-receive din kasi kailangan din yun sa team. And basta madami kami natututunan dito. Lalo na yung pakikisama din sa team kahit na anong salita sabihin, kahit na ano yung mood ng bawat isa, kailangan namin pakisamahan. And of course, sa paglalaro din, kailangan namin talaga yung quick adjustment na ginagawa namin dati.
Mylene, ano yung biggest challenge mo so far dito sa Thailand?
Biggest challenge ko, syempre yung mapalayo din sa family ko. Kasi parang andun na yun na challenge tayo kasi napapalayo tayo sa family natin. Syempre namimiss natin sila, ganon. And of course, yung sistema nga din dito. Sabihin ko ba? Everyday talunan talaga. Yun yung biggest challenge talaga na parang kahit na sobrang sakit na ng legs mo, kailangan mo pa rin mag-perform kasi nga tinawag ka nilang import.
Siyempre, yun na nga. Siyempre, yung mapalayo sa pamilya, like kay Chloe nga kasi parang dumaan na yung ilang taon So, nasanay na ulit siya na kasama ko. Nakasama ko. So, yun. And, actually, yung biggest challenge sa akin, parang yung parang nakikita ko kasi sina Plumjit, tsaka yung ibang teammates ko dito, si Karina, na parang ilang taon na sila. Like 38, 35, 33, pero naglalaro pa sila. So parang ako, na-challenge ako na na kailangan 38 years old, kaya ko pang maglaro. Yun. Parang na-inspired and na-challenge ako na dapat magawa ako din yung nagagawa nila.
Siguro mga 40 years old. Ayan, maglalaro pa.
Grabe! Siyempre kasi sa Pilipinas, nagkakaroon pa ng mga ibang career. Kayo, sa tingin nyo, ganun din yung magiging path nyo na talagang hanggang sumabot kayo ng 40, talagang volleyball talaga yung pagtutuunan ng pansin.
Ako na mindset ko na siya na hanggat kaya, maglalaro pa.
Wow.
And naman din ako nagmamadali na sundan yung anak ko. So, hanggat kaya. And syempre, as an athlete, tatagal ka once na madisiplina ka and sumusunod ka sa mga gustong ipagawa ng mga coach or yung talagang mindset mo na kasi minsan talaga pag sinabi mo sa sarili mo na kaya mo talaga yan Once na pinaghirapan mo yan, mararating at magagawa mo rin. Totoo.
Yes.
Tsaka nasabi mo na rin yung passion talaga. Kung talagang passion mo yung paglalaro ng volleyball, kahit na anong balakid pa yan, di ba napakalalim? Kahit na anong balakid pa yan, kahit anong challenge pa yan na kahit na edad man yan, walang parang hindi mo may ikukumpara yan kung talagang passion mo yung paglalaro ng volleyball.
Ano yung inaasahan nyo sa upcoming games yun, knowing na mapupunta kayo sa top 4?
Nilolook forward namin pa rin syempre mag-finals. Syempre nandito lang kami, bakit hindi pa namin. And yun nga, nakapasok na kami ng semis. So syempre yung mindset namin, one game at a time. And syempre, bawat game na yun, paghihirapan namin 100 or 200% na gaya ng sabi.
By this week, kakalabanin namin yung number 1. So, kailangan namin i-mindset yung sarili namin na parang championship na to. Kasi kung sakali ma-beat namin sila, papasok kami ng third place. So, sure na yon. Tapos, it's either
kakalabanin namin yung 1 or 2. Basta yung mindset namin kailangan namin na intact lang na ito yung lalaroin namin ngayon. Tapos ito yung paghahandaan namin.
Aabot ba kayo sa PVL, Mylene and Dindin?
Abot naman po kami. Abot kami. March 16. Actually, naiisip naman namin yun and syempre nakipag-communicate naman kami sa Pilipinas. Pero syempre, ang gusto naman din muna namin ni Mai is to focus kasi yun na nga mabigat yung laban namin. Semifinals, hindi rin kasi siya basta-basta. And tapos na nga, matatapos na kami sa elimination. So focus kami. And yung Cherry naman, alam namin na nakasuporta sila dito. So kami, hindi nila kami ganun ini-istorbo. I mean, pangit yung word na ini-istorbo. Everyday naman nila kami kinakamusta. Pero ang gusto kasi nila is makapag-perform din kami ng maganda dito.
Ano yung message nyo sa inyong Filipino fans?
Alam namin na sinusuportahan nyo kami and syempre, isa yon sa nagpapalakas sa amin.
Ayan, ako naman, nagpapasalamat ako sa araw-araw na pagsuporta niyo sa amin. And alam namin, sa sarili namin na nandito, ramdam namin dito yung suporta niyo kasi mapa Pilipinas man, mapa ibang bansa man, mapa dito man sa Thailand, alam namin na nandyan lang kayo lagi. So maraming salamat po.
Mylene and Dindin, we look forward to more Filipino pride from you both and we are so excited to have you back as well. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ai Tinsay for The Game.
That was Ai Tensai going inside the game with Dindin Santiago-Manabat and Mylene Paat. Now, after the break, we'll find out what's next for Philippine Olympian Asa Miller as well as today's biggest highlights from the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. Keep it here, you're watching The Game. Welcome back to The Game. I'm Diego Dorio. We shift now to Beijing for the latest updates from the 2022 Winter Olympics. After repping the Philippine flag as the country's lone representative, two-time Olympian Asa Miller is now looking ahead to the future. The 21-year-old Phil-American expressed his gratitude for all the support from his kababayans as well as his plans to continue representing the country.
Hi everybody, Asa here, coming at you from Beijing 2022. The Olympics are wrapping up and I want to give you all my thoughts and overall opinions on it. Overall, it was super fun and I'm super proud to represent the Philippines for the second time in my ski racing. I know the competitions didn't go quite as well as I was hoping, but you know, that's how it happens sometimes and I'll come back stronger in 2026. As far as my competitions for the end of the season, after this, I'll be traveling back to the United States on the 21st of February, and I plan on finishing my competition season through April. So after that, we'll have to see what happens. I hope to make an appearance in the Philippines in the future, but given COVID, we'll have to see. Lastly, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been sending me kind words and support. I've received tons of support, and some of these days on the competing was really hard. So thank you all so much. I hope that I made everyone proud and inspired a few other people to pick up some skis or try to see what they can do about winter sports. So thank you all so much. It means the world.
On to other big stories. Mylene of Team China bagged her third medal in the Olympics after claiming the gold in the women's freestyle skiing halfpipe finals. Two-time silver medalist Finland also won big with a close victory over Slovakia, successfully securing their spot in the men's ice hockey finals. Let's take a look at the medal tally. As of 4 p.m. today, Goose victory gives China the lead over Sweden at the 4th spot, and Switzerland jumps to 6th after finishing yesterday at 8th place. Norway and Germany still hold a firm lead over the pack at the 1 and 2 spot. You can still catch the remaining events of the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and on the Beijing Winter Olympics channel via Signal Channel 198 SD and 298 HD.
Thank you once again for joining us. I'm Bea Daes-Fabros.
Catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus. I'm Diego Dario, and this has been The Game.